Welcome into the Locker Room presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. We're in Huntsville, Alabama, but I'm broadcasting from my hotel room tonight. We faced many technical difficulties yesterday inside of the Von Braun Center, so I did not want to test our luck again 2 days in a row. Needless to say, again, I want to remind you, if you've never watched the Locker Room, to hit that like and follow button so that you don't miss the Locker Room. We're here every weekday, Monday through Friday, covering all local sports here in East Alabama. Of course, we've got wrestling, basketball about to transition into the spring, where we'll have softball, baseball, track and field, soccer, golf. And so we really try to do it unlike anyone else here in East Alabama. But wrestling, the Von Braun Center, the state tournament, is one of my favorite venues of the year, one of my favorite places to be. On this specific weekend, as new state champions are crowned, we had many East Alabama wrestlers that competed in the semifinals, that clinched a spot in the state finals or fell to the consolation bracket. And so today's show, we don't have any interviews. It's going to be all highlights. We've got highlights of a lot of different, I believe it's 11 different semifinals matchups that included an East Alabama wrestler of some sort. So I'm not going to talk a lot. We're going to go ahead and get right into action. This is being recorded as the semifinals are wrapping up, where Asheville currently has the lead with Weaver in second and Dora right behind them. So we'll see if Coach Andy Fulmer's team can come back through the consolation bracket, or if Coach Browning's team can hold on into tomorrow, throughout tomorrow, and find themselves winning a state championship, or is someone like Dora going to come back and win it, being in third place. But needless to say, the top right now is Asheville, Weaver, and Dora. But speaking of Weaver Bearcats, they got the day started right in the semifinals when Kel Fulmer wrestled Micah Woodman of Oak Grove. Kel Fulmer would end up winning the match by pin. So here are the highlights. By the way, the highlights are presented by Lindsay Barger of Really Real Real Estate. Are you ready to buy or sell? Well, together with Lindsay Barger, we can help make your home dreams a reality. Lindsay Barger specializes in home buying, selling, and investing. Whether you want to buy a personal home, buy a dream home, buy land to build that home, buy a home just to flip and resell, whatever it is, Lindsay Barger, I promise you, would love to help you in the process. And so if you're interested in getting to work and getting something new and you want to call Lindsay Barger, her number is 256-441-2389. Again, make sure to call Lindsay Barger for all your real estate needs. And do not forget to like and follow her on Facebook and Instagram at lindsaybarger.realtor. Kel Fulmer and Micah Woodman of Oak Grove. Here are the highlights from the Von Braun Center. Kel Fulmer advances to the state championship match where he will wrestle another East Alabama wrestler. Carter Driver had an absolute war against Owen Burns of Asheville. It came down to the wire, but it would be Carter Driver who would end up coming out on top, advancing to the state finals. Here is Carter Driver of Ranburne and Owen Burns of Asheville. So the 106-pound weight class state championship match will be Kel Fulmer of Weaver versus Carter Driver of Ranburne. Now, we did not have anybody in East Alabama that was wrestling in the 113-pound weight class, so we don't have any highlights of the 113-pound weight class. But in the 113-pound weight class, the state championship match will be David Hill from Oak Grove and Benjamin Santee from St. John Paul II. And David Hill is an absolute monster. Santee's been great for St. John Paul II. And so the 113 final will be David Hill of Oak Grove and Benjamin Santee of St. John Paul II. Now we transition to Class 5A to the 120-pound weight class, where Preston Jones of Alexandria had a very tough task in the 4th-seed Roman Lozada of Tallahassee. I remember when Lozada was young, was at Elmore County, ended up at Wetumpka, then now at Tallahassee. Preston Jones would come up short and fall to the consolation bracket, but here's Preston Jones of Alexandria in the semifinals against Roman Lozada of Tallahassee. advances to the finals, while Preston Jones falls to the consolation semifinals. We move to Class 1A through 4A, staying in the 120-pound weight class. Two guys that have met 6 times this season, Mason Hom of White Plains and Hayden Heiss of Weaver. Mason Hom had won 5 of the meetings before last week when Hayden Heiss defeated Mason Hom by pin. But this week in the semifinals, there was one that was going to advance to the finals, while one was going to fall to the consolation bracket. And it was a great match with Mason Hom coming out on top by decision. And so here is Mason Hom of White Plains against Hayden Heiss of Weaver. So the 120-pound weight class state championship match will be Drake Wood of Reeltown against Mason Hom of White Plains. Hey, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have more highlights as we continue on the Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.
Ted's Floors and Beyond is excited to introduce our all-new outdoor living collection. Have you ever dreamed of elevating or even creating an outdoor living space, whether it be for grilling, lounging, playing, entertaining, or just winding down? Our quality tile and stone, combined with our expert craftsmanship, will no doubt create unforgettable outdoor moments with family and friends, while also enhancing the beauty and value of your home. Call us today.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Ted's Floors and Beyond brings you the locker room each and every day. Ted's Floors and Beyond has all your flooring needs, whether it's hardwood, laminate, carpet, tile, luxury vinyl. They have it for you right there at Ted's. You can go by their showroom there in Anniston and you can pick out what you like, want, and need, and they can do that there at Ted's. Also, they've got their partnership with Weber & Cabinet and will offer you a complete kitchen or bath makeover. That includes cabinets, countertops, flooring, backsplashes, tile showers. They can get it done there at Ted's Floors and Beyond. And now they offer you work on your outdoor space, whether it's an outdoor kitchen, patio, or living space. They have specially made outdoor tiles and stones that can enhance your outdoor experience. Go by and see them today at their showroom in Anniston on Highway 431, right before you get to Sachs Elementary School, or visit them online at shopteds.com. That is shopteds.com. Ted's Floors and Beyond brings you the locker room. We continue on the locker room presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond as we are covering the Alabama High School Athletic Association State Wrestling Tournament. Before the break, we were talking about the weight classes 106, 113, and 120. We're going to pick back up in the 126-pound weight class. In Class 1A through 4A, Dalton Fink of Weaver wrestled defending state champion Jaden Rouse of Dora. Jaden Rouse dominated for most of the match, but then things got crazy at the end where Dalton Fink almost pulled what would have been a huge upset and almost pulled something crazy, but Jaden Rouse held on to win. But here are the highlights of Dalton Fink from Weaver against Jaden Rouse of Dora. The 126-pound state championship match will feature Adrian Waugh of New Hope against Jaden Rouse of Dora. Those two have wrestled 3 times this year, with Waugh having a 2-1 edge, but of course Jaden Rouse has the experience being a defending state champion. We don't have any East Alabama wrestlers that wrestled in the 132-pound semifinals, but the 132-pound championship match will feature Brody Hayes of T.R. Miller and Curtis Souls of Cherokee County. Souls defeated Hartson to get to the state championship finals. And so, again, it's going to be a great match between Brody Hayes of T.R. Miller and Curtis Souls of Cherokee County. Same thing for the 138-pound weight class. We don't have any local wrestlers that wrestled in the semifinals, but Damian Winfrey of Alabama School for the Blind will face off against Michael Yafando of Fultondale. Two guys that have been great all year, have been absolute dogs, and so it's going to be a great match featuring Damian Winfrey from Alabama School for the Blind and Michael Yafando of Fultondale. We move to the 144-pound weight class in Class 1A through 4A. Austin Mayfield has been on a business trip all year this year. His goal has been to finish what he hasn't been able to finish the past couple years, and that is winning a state championship. Well, he's put himself back in that position to have the opportunity to do that once again as he wrestled in the semifinals, and Austin Mayfield got a big win in the semifinals against Miles Zukowski of St. James. So here are the Lindsey Barger Really Real Real Estate highlights of Austin Mayfield against Miles Zukowski. The 144-pound championship in Class 1A through 4A will feature Austin Mayfield of the Cleveland County Tigers against Drew Moore of Oak Grove. In Class 5A in the 144-pound weight class, it was Caden DeLine of Alexandria in a rematch from last week against Josh, I'm probably going to pronounce this name wrong, Josh Droskovic of Scottsboro. This match went to overtime, and unfortunately Caden DeLine would fall in overtime, but here are the highlights of Caden DeLine of Alexandria against Josh Droskovic of Scottsboro. Caden DeLine falls to the consolation side of the bracket where he's in the consolation semis, where he'll look to clinch a spot in the 3rd and 4th place match in Class 5A. All right, that's going to do it for our second segment. When we come back, we're going to have more highlights as we continue on in the locker room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.
Ted's Floors and Beyond is excited to introduce our all-new outdoor living collection. Have you ever dreamed of elevating or even creating an outdoor living space, whether it be for grilling, lounging, playing, entertaining, or just winding down? Our quality tile and stone, combined with our expert craftsmanship, will no doubt create unforgettable outdoor moments with family and friends, while also enhancing the beauty and value of your home. Call us today.
Welcome to Room by Room Home Furnishings, a locally owned and operated furniture store located in Oxford, Alabama. We've been serving Northeast Alabama and the surrounding area since 2007. We offer stylish and affordable new arrivals and all the top trends to help you get a cozy and homey atmosphere with hand-picked home furnishings and decor to fit anybody's style and budget with knowledge, personality, and good vibes. Let Room by Room in Oxford, Alabama help you score amazing deals and turn your house into a home.
Wait! This isn't a game. It's your basement. It's filling with water. And even worse, it's 2 a.m. Who are you going to call? Time's up. We'll come out 24/7, 365, any day, any time to put out any fires. Well, not actual fire. There's a better number for that. But when it comes to plumbing, call One Tom Plumbing.
Welcome back into the locker room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. I'm Namath Pitts. I want to remind you to hit that like and follow button. So you don't miss the locker room. We're here every weekday, Monday through Friday at 5 p.m., 7 p.m. this weekend for the state tournament. Before the break, we were talking about the 144-pound weight class. We did not have any East Alabama wrestlers in the semifinals in the 150-pound weight class, but the 150-pound state finals will consist of Jack Von Eschenbach of St. John Paul II against Andrew Young of Cherokee County. So again, the 150-pound weight class will be Jack Von Eschenbach against Andrew Young of Cherokee County. Now, we did have a wrestler wrestling in the semifinals in the 157-pound weight class. It was Caden Thornton of Weaver, who went head-to-head with the number 1 seed, which was Elijah Thomas of Escambia County. So here are the highlights presented by Lindsey Barger of Caden Thornton against Elijah Thomas. fall to the consolation side of the round, but will make the podium here in Huntsville. In terms of the 157-pound state finals, it will consist of Elijah Thomas of Escambia County and Nick Williamson of Asheville. We did not have any local wrestlers in East Alabama that wrestled in the semifinals of the 165-pound weight class, but the 165-pound weight class state championship in Class 1A through 4A will be Tyler Ebner of Asheville against Aiden Richardson of Dora. Again, it's going to be Tyler Ebner of Asheville, who's been great all year, against Aiden Richardson of Dora. In the 175-pound semifinals, we had Zach Buchanan of Ranburne going head-to-head against Leighton Poole of New Hope. It was a rematch of their match at Piedmont, but the result was the same. It was Leighton Poole that came out with the win by pin. So here are the highlights of Zach Buchanan of Ranburne against Leighton Poole of New Hope. The 175-pound state championship match will be Leighton Poole of New Hope against Jacob Blanchard of Corner in a rematch of the North Sectionals championship match from 1 week ago. We did not have any local wrestlers in the 190-pound weight class finals we did not have anybody in the 190-pound semifinals, but the state championship for the 190-pound weight class will be Ross Mills of Deschler against Brady Thrash of Asheville. That is a rematch from last week's sectionals championship match, as Mills came out on top. Will the result be the same tomorrow? That is to be determined when Ross Mills of Deschler goes head-to-head against Brady Thrash of Asheville. In the 215-pound semifinals, we had Brandon Jolliffe, who went head-to-head with Devin Braggs of Reeltown. It was all Devin Braggs, though, as he advanced to the finals. So here's the highlights of Devin Bragg and Brandon Jolliffe from the semifinals. The 215-pound state championship match will feature Devin Bragg from Reeltown and Corian Pryor of Dora. And then finally, at the 285-pound weight class, we did have a local East Alabama wrestler that clinched a spot in the state finals. That was Zayden Benefield. Zayden Benefield wrestled Alejandro Hernandez of Fultondale, and Benefield would win by pin. So here are the highlights of Zayden Benefield and Alejandro Hernandez. Zayden Benefield clinches a spot in the 285-pound state championship match, where he will go head-to-head against Aiden Cockrell of Prattville Christian Academy, where that will be a rematch from last week's sectionals finals from the South. And that is going to do it for us from day 2 of the AHSA state tournament. We will have little updates on our Facebook page tomorrow throughout the state finals, and then we'll have highlights, interviews, and a whole lot more from the state championship placement day come Monday. So I hope you'll join me back here on the Locker Room Monday at 5 p.m. as we'll have all the recap from Saturday, from tomorrow. But in terms of little updates, you can get that on our Facebook page tomorrow. And again, I want to thank you for watching the Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.